Republika of Hungary. So we're all set for this opening event of
the technical officials for the session
Tbilisi Powerlifting World Cup for 2023. It is the women's 50 kilo final and all of the current records. Esther Ayema with the ultimate mark.
The right referee from Finland, Jerry Lane. The technical controller from
So we've got
Italy,
4 in this final coming up.
and the technical delegate from Hungary, Zita Gierko.
Alona Nikodimova for Ukraine in her first international event. We'll see her first. Manuela Romano, the America's Open champion, the European silver medalist for Italy. And 2 for Kazakhstan, Ayjan Berimkulova and Zarina Ashir. So there's our field, that's what we're starting off with. And Romano is going very high indeed, going for 90. She's been knocking on the door of 100 in this fledgling early couple of seasons of her career in this sport. She has been a tremendous swimmer in her career. So it should be a very interesting 3 days of competition here. So very good morning to all of you watching. We are yet again in this tremendous location on the edge of Tbilisi, the Hualing Hotels of Preference, the Hualing Ballroom. A very good morning from Will Downing.
Who's ready for powerlifting? Let's see some heavy lifting.
So 3 days of competition here, mainly Saturday and Sunday will be individual, little bit of individual finals on Monday morning as well, plus the always popular team competitions to wrap up. So Zarina Ashir is coming up first for Kazakhstan. She is 17 years old, and it's not a name that we will be familiar with. It is her first international competition, so she is going for a lifetime best straight away. In terms of our timings, it's 9:45 Saturday morning in Georgia, so we're 4 hours ahead of GMT. There's not very many places using that this time of year. So we're 3 hours ahead of UK and Ireland, 2 hours ahead of Central European Summer Time and Central African Time. Clocks don't change in the summer here, as is the case in lots of places, but obviously it changes in lots of other places too. So, Kazakhstan, they always find tremendous new athletes among their population. So she turns 18 in a couple of months' time. First international lift for Zarina Ashir of 45. She got the lift done. We may be going to the flags. We are going to the flags. So keep them peeled. That is a perfect lift. 3 white flags. And that is an early lead for Zarina Ashir, the first of 4 competing in this. And that was glided through. Not a worry at all for her. And that's just what you would want early on a Saturday morning. So for this competition, we have got 24 nations represented. There's 108 athletes who are in the start list. And we'll see nearly all of them across the next 2 days, and the rest on Monday. Because there are 4 in this competition, by the way, there will be short gaps at the end of each round to facilitate gaps. There's a slight technical stop at the moment to get the
for the first attempt
equipment rebooted, more or less.
Loaders load the bar to 63 kilos, rack height 2, 4. It's 4.
So that was 45 for Zarina Ashir. Sorry if there was a little scratching on the line for the past couple of minutes. We
For the first attempt,
seem to have eliminated that now.
Ukraine, Alona Nikodimova.
So, we've already had a Kazakh success in this opening round. Coming up now for the Ukraine, an international debut for Alona Nikodimova. Her on-stage coach, Vadim. She's going to turn 20 years old in a couple of weeks' time. And she's going for a lifetime best straight away of 63 here. She was originally looking at 68. So they're aiming for something a little more manageable. She is a next-gen competitor as well, just like Zarina Ashir. So obviously there's her own set of medals to be aiming for as well as the main ones. And we have the total lift to watch out for as well. That'll make itself apparent as the competition continues. And Zarina Ashir for 45. We're going to the flags. And this will be a good lift, 3 out of 3. No issue for her either. So Nikodimova takes the lead. And there's not much more that she could have wanted to do with that. Just keep it straight, keep it steady. Obviously for athletes of the shorter stature, they'll be watched that little bit more vigilantly, because the lift takes a lot quicker. But she made it happen, made it work very well. And so, that's a new lifetime best in competition for her of 63. Ashir on 45.
Representing Kazakhstan, Aizan Beymiklova.
So 2 down, 2 to come, and next it is the European Open bronze medalist from here. This arena last September, Aishan Beymiklova. Kazakhstan have hosted the Asian Championships. Football is the only sport in which they compete on a European basis. We've seen them at the Asian Games and the Asian Para Games as well. But it was at the European Open in which Aishan got the bronze last September. Ruslan Grayaf is her regular coach, and I do believe that's him. It's definitely her. Going for 70 in this opening round. So this for a significant lead.
Good.
And that's come up as a good lift. They were going to send the flags up, but it's come through in a system. That too is a good lift, and Aishan Beymiklova is in the lead with an attempt of 70.
Loaders load the bar to 90
All good.
kilos, rack height 14.
So, 3 down, 1 to go in this opening round.
For the first attempt, representing Italy, Emanuela Romano.
So, here comes the European silver medalist here last year. Loida Zabala took the gold. Romano for Italy, who took gold at the America's Open Championship in St. Louis last July. She's had 3 major championships. 2 of them have been in Tbilisi, in this venue. The former world 50 meters freestyle champion. Competed in 2 Paralympic Games as a swimmer, but now really tearing it up as a powerlifter, and hopefully, I'd say there's no hopefully about it, we will definitely see her in Paris next year, all going well. Based in Napoli. Hey, what a sporting year they're going to have. This actually could be the start of a perfect sporting weekend for them. So this for 90, and she has certainly gone beyond that. She's been knocking on the door of 100 for the couple of years she's been in international competition now. This would be a whopping lead of 20 kilos if she gets it, and it would be hard to see anybody overtaking her. So here she comes for 90. Romano fighting hard to keep that straight. She's done it, 2-1, that's good. She has got it, and she has got the lead, and it is a substantial lead. That was the first red light of the competition, but she got 2 white in her favour. It's a good, strong team Italy have these days. And Emanuela Romano is flying the flag for Italy's women's team very, very well. Nice powerful lift. She can go beyond that, definitely, but she wanted to go somewhere reasonably close to a lifetime best, and that was only a few kilos off it, and she got it. Emanuela Romano leads after this opening round. There'll be a gap of a couple of minutes, by the way. We've got 4 in the field, and there is a mandatory weight for each competitor. So there'll be a gap of around 2.5 minutes for this, and it's only for fields of 4 or less, as you will know. In terms of competitors finishing level, rules have changed again, and what's happening now is if 2 competitors, like we'll say what Romano's done, if somebody else comes and lifts 90, well, Romano remains in the lead in the head-to-head because she got there first. So that mirrors the weightlifting rule. Obviously, it used to go on body weight once upon a time, and it's changed a couple of times in recent years. Tweaked a little bit between the World Championships. It's Dubai in August for this year's Worlds, starting on the 22nd of August at the Centre for People of Determination, where it's always been, where we had a whopping World Cup. It's always the biggest World Cup. That was on in December. By their standards, it was over a lot more quickly this time. It was a 4-day event. Normally it's on for a full week. But they wanted to change the calendar a little bit because obviously they've got the World Championships coming up, which were originally scheduled to be in June. But pushed back a couple of months in what is a good, busy sporting schedule as usual. In para-athletics right now, there's a big Grand Prix going on in Mexico, and they're getting huge crowds for that. Paris obviously hosting next year's Paralympic Games. They've got the Para-Athletics World Championships coming up in July, and Manchester has got the Paris Swimming World Championships coming up too, as well as next month's Para-Powerlifting World Cup at the end of May.
Loaders load the bar to 48 kilos.
So Romano leads on
rack height
90,
2.
Berimkulova second on 70, Nikodimova third on 63, and Serena Asher currently fourth on 45. So we've had the mandatory weight,
For the second
and now
attempt,
the mandatory second round.
for the second attempt, representing Kazakhstan, Zarina Asher.
Serena Asher for Kazakhstan, who had that lifetime best in the previous round of 45, going for 48 here. A next-gen competitor as well, so she's battling for her own set of medals with Nikodimova, as well as the main set of medals here. And this to take the lead in terms of the total lift as well. So 3 added onto the bar for this for 48 kilos. For Zarina Asher. Again, barely blinked for that. And we're going to go to the flags. And here they come. And it is 3 white flags, and that is a good lift for Zarina Asher. So she moves up to 48, it's a new lifetime best, and she leads in terms of the total lift for now.
Load the bar. Loaders load the bar to 67 kilos, rack height 4.
Impressive. Strong lift.
Loaders, please load the bar to 67 kilos.
Nice venue's been used a lot lately. It stood in for Eger and then Batumi for the World Championships 2 years ago, when obviously lots of events in every sport were being affected by COVID. You might remember we had a few finals in those World Championships, never mind about an event with 4 people in it. We had 4 groups in a few of those finals, and a mandatory 30-minute wait between groups, so it was taking 5 hours to go through some finals. Alona Nikodimova of Ukraine. Well, she's added 4 onto the bar for this, going for 67, and obviously from here on in, everybody successful would take the lead in terms of the total lift as well. This to copper fasten her advantage in the next gen competition. Which used to be the old juniors category. And she gets this, she's only 3 kilos away from a silver medal overall. So Alona Nikodimova coming at 67. Working to keep that under control, that fizzed up.
No lift.
And that, as a result, is no lift. And it's all 3 going against on the press sequence, which was a bit sprightly. She flung it up without a tremendous amount of control.
Load the bar to 72 kilos, rack height 2.
Just looking on the left of your screen. Hard to get the lot complete, and didn't manage that. So she misses out. She stays in the bronze medal position overall for now, and she leads the next gen. And that means she's now 4th in terms of the total lift, but she's lying in 3rd spot.
For the second
Ahead of
attempt,
Ashir, well clear of
representing
Ashir.
Kazakhstan,
And as you can see, Ashir looking for
Kulova.
52 next, so Nikodimova will get the bronze medal here. In terms of what else she'll get, wait and see. Midway through the second round, and it's Ayjan Berimkulova of Kazakhstan, got 70 in the opening round, going for 72 here, so it's not a big step up, but it's enough. Bronze in the European Open Championships here in September. She lifted 67 there, so she's already broken her lifetime best once this morning, and this to do it again. And that was the lift for 72. And it is a good lift.
Good
3 white lights, just like that. New lifetime best, takes the lead in terms of the total lift as well. She's on her way, it looks like, to the silver medal here in the competition.
Raises the bar to 94 kilos rack height.
Even on the replay, it looks fast. Got all of the elements right. It didn't take her long to get all of the elements right. All done. She's shown her strength as well. Last attempt of the second round to come for Emanuela Romano for Italy. Who's the female athlete of the competition at the Irish Championships in Dublin back in November. Italy were guest nation at that. Took the open prize and looking for another prize here, going up to 94, lifted 88 here in the Europeans. Back in September. Lifted 93 in Dublin.
1 minute.
And 92 in Dubai subsequently for her lifetime best. Won with 90 in St. Louis back in July at the America's Open Championships. So this for a new lifetime best to beat her mark from Dublin. Came within a kilo of it in Dubai at the World Cup in December. Oh, she's fighting against that, and the bar won this time.
No lift.
So she'll have to wait at least 10 minutes for the lifetime best. Doesn't get that, but she still leads on 90. And it means it's really opened up the competition in terms of the total lift. Right now she's in the bronze medal position in that she leads the overall competition in this Tbilisi World Cup. Managed to get the right arm up, but the left not so much. That was a struggle. She leads, she's in the gold medal position, but extending her advantage didn't happen this time in her attempt for her heaviest competitive lift. Mandatory break again at the end of round 2 of 2.5 minutes. So it's Romano who leads on 90. Berenkulova second on 72. Nikodimova third on 63. And Zarina Asher in fourth position on 48. Nikodimova leads the next gen ahead of Asher, 63 to 48. In terms of the total lift, it's Berenkulova who's ahead in that now at 142, and Asher, who's got her 2 lifts in second place on 93, and Berenkulova leads on 142. Berenkulova and Asher, the 2 competitors from Kazakhstan, are the only 2 to get both their lifts in as we go into this final round. So we will be zipping through the competition. There are 6 different finals on this opening day, and in an hour's time we've got the men's 59 kilo final. In 2.5 hours time, so that's 12:35 Tbilisi time, the women's 55 kilo final. Then we're back at 3 Tbilisi time, which European summertime, Central European summertime right now will be 1 o'clock. And Central African time as well. It's a good, well-appointed venue, this. We're right on the edge of Tbilisi. We're by the sea lake in the Hualing Hotels and Preference. About a nice 45-minute drive into the city centre, or if you're a Tbilisi taxi driver, about 25. So here's how we stand. Romano leads on 90, Berenkulova second on 72, Nikodimova third on 63, and Asher fourth on 48. Berenkulova leading the total lift on 142. And this woman is in second place. Zarina Asher with 2 lifetime bests already today. And this to complete the set. Now would put her into the lead in terms of the total lift. She's not going to get an overall competition medal in this in terms of the best lift, how we've always crowned our champions in this great sport. She's going to claim second in the next gen. And if she gets this, she will win the total lift in the next gen. Her own set of medals that will be presented at a different podium. It's the main set of medals, as usual, that will be presented here on the main stage. Zarina Asher has certainly lit this main stage up. This for 52. Look to be fighting hard a bit to keep that under control right at the start of it.
Good.
But they're happy with it. It's 2-1 in her favour. She's got 3 out of 3. It puts her into the lead in the total lift. She wins the next gen total lift, this 17-year-old. And Zarina Asher, on her international debut, has got every lift that was asked of her. You can watch intently. Not a lot to fault. Control of the start was a bit of a worry, but not much of a worry in the end for her. She got it all. She's lifted a total of 145, and that puts her ahead of Berenkulova. She's not guaranteed to win the gold in that. It will be, at worst, bronze in the total lift for her.
Representing Ukraine, Alona Nikodimova.
So Alona Nikodimova in her first international event. Missed 67 in the second round, got 63. And this again is for 67. Which would be her second lifetime best of the day. Everybody in this, I think, has attempted a lifetime best. And they've all got it, apart from our leader, but she's got lots of gold medals coming her way. And she'll have another stab at it in a few minutes. So this is Alona Nikodimova of Ukraine going for 67.
Good.
And that will do. 3 white lights. Thank you very much. She has another lifetime best. 67, her best lift of the day.
Loaders, load the bar to 74 kilos, rack height 2.
In the end, not to worry. She's had a very, very profitable morning. So she will take the bronze medal in this women's 50 kg final. Right now she's in bronze in terms of the total lift. And she has won Nikodimova, the next gen.
For the third
next gen gold.
Representing Kazakhstan.
And in the next gen total competition, she claims the silver. Ayjan Berimkulova of Kazakhstan has lifted 70 and 72. She has the silver medal in this competition. Now going for 74, which if she gets, she definitely wins the total lift as well. Her previous lifetime best was at the European Championships here last year, where she lifted 67 in the second round. That took her the bronze medal behind Loida Zabala Ayero and Emanuela Romano. Took third in the open competition in that. Zara Tarashova took the European bronze, who we will be seeing in the women's 55 kilo final a little later on this morning. Berimkulova for 74. Again, very swift. Again, very good. 3 out of 3, and she wins the total lift.
Loaders,
she has the silver medal overall.
94 kilos, rack height 14.
216 she's lifted in total. Good job. Nothing more to be said about that. Ayjan Berimkulova gets the silver, and she got every single one of her marks. And it means the 1 and 2 in terms of the total lift. Kazakhstan 1 and 2, Berimkulova and Zarina Asher in that order. 1 lift to go in the competition. We know who's won this competition, but there are a couple more questions to be asked in terms of a lifetime best, in terms of climbing up into second place in the total lift. But she's got the main gold medal with her first lift. So to beat the mark that she set in Dublin in November. From Naples. So there's 1 gold medal coming to that city this weekend for sure. Napoli can win the Serie A title this weekend for only the 3rd time in the first since the days of Diego Maradona. It would be their only one outside of Maradona. European silver medalist
1 minute.
takes gold in this Tbilisi World Cup, and this is a very, very good primer ahead of the World Championships in Dubai in August. Emanuela Romano for 94. Found it a struggle last time, and the same again here, but she has won. with her first round attempt, 2 goes, and a new lifetime best which she's missed out on.
This now concludes the competition in
But
the
she
women's
wins.
up to 50 kilos category.
And she's
Thank
won
you
by
very
a good
much
margin
for your
of
attention
16
and
kilos
please be seated for the
over
victory
Aishan
ceremony,
Berimkulova.
which will follow
Emanuela
shortly.
Romano takes the win. She only needed that first round attempt. She went very high when you consider her lifetime best is 93. She and her team obviously felt that she could go a bit beyond that. 2 attempts at a lifetime best. But she went high, she scored early on. But her heaviest lifting competition has not arrived this morning. And that is that. First event of the week has wrapped up this women's 50 kilo final. Emanuela Romano winning for Italy with her attempt of 90. Aishan Berimkulova second on 74. Alona Nikodimova of Ukraine third on 67 and also winning the next gen. Ahead of Zarina Ashir of Kazakhstan, who finishes 4th overall. Finishes 2nd in the next gen. And in terms of the total lift, Berimkulova has won that for Kazakhstan with 216. Ashir 2nd on 145. So she's also won the next gen total lift. Nikodimova 3rd on 130. And Romano 4th on 90. But Romano gets the gold medal of this event. And the victory ceremony is on the way.
was a young man, always wanted to play in the band, but people doubted and said you can't. Mama told me be the best I can. Said son, don't let them hate. Man, the world's all yours. Get yours, don't hesitate. Go knock on Destiny's door. Have the knowledge of what was in store. I did nails and slept the cold floors. Pops are gone, you know, come back no more. So I looked some moms and tore the pedal to the floor. Surrounding myself with plays and pimps. Hustle on the streets just to make ends meet. Moved to the nuts house, freaking beats, and I'm here. And I ain't going away, and I sing it. The more you give us money, the more we funk it up. This jam is like the 80s. Let loose and have some fun. The more you give us money, the more we funk it Put your guns away, there's no need for no drama. Celebrate, watch me rock you, take you to a place. Everybody's jamming and they shake them things. Let go the ego and the hate. Finally attract you to relate to. Everybody throw your hands from side to side. Let's jam, the radio active. Don't come kill the vibe. Yo.
The victory ceremony for the World Cup Elite Women's up to 50 kilos category. Please welcome the medalists.
So the victory ceremony coming up for this women's 50 kilo final. The first event of the week in Tbilisi, at a venue that we've all come to know very well.
The medals will be presented by the Georgian NPC Kakhaber Khizanshvili. Bronze medalists representing Ukraine, Alona
So bronze for
Nikodimova.
Ukraine, and what a fruitful first international event for Alona Nikodimova. She lifted 67, she got 2 marks in, finished third overall in terms of the total lift also.
Representing Kazakhstan.
And she wins the next gen, she'll get a gold medal for that. At the other stage, in the H-gym in this venue, Ayjan Beramkulova gets the silver medal for Kazakhstan. 3 attempts, all successful, and she wins the total lift as well in 2:16. So Beramkulova gets the silver for Kazakhstan, but winning with her first lift. The European silver medalist, the America's Open champion for Italy, in what might be a weekend to remember for her city. This starts it very well. Emanuela Romano wins with an attempt of 90. I make that the 3rd best lift of her career.
The World
So Emanuela Romano takes the gold.
Women's up to
A good lift
50
of 90 kilos
medalist.
right at the start of the competition. And from there she would not be beaten. Gold for Romano, silver for Berimkulova, the bronze for Nikodimova. And the 1, 2, 3 in the total lift, Berimkulova. Zarina Ashir in second, Nikodimova in third.
Now we conclude today's
Happy days.
of the women's up to 50 kilos.
It's going to be a very busy weekend. Some very long days here.
To join us again,
Well, hey, you knew that was going to be the story.
for the men's up to
We'll be back in
59
around
kilos.
40 minutes for the first men's final, which is the men's 59 kilo decider. And by the way, if you're interested in this sport, as I know some of you will be, there will be a national, should be a national para-powerlifting association in your country. Certainly there will be a Para-Sport Association, the Paralympics Association. Always worth looking for. I'm glad that a lot of you have been able to join us this morning. On Facebook, definitely. YouTube, I'm not so sure about. That may follow. But anyway, that's the first women's event done. The first men's event, as you can see, is on in 39 minutes. I'm not going to keep you company for all of that. Not unless you ask. But anyway, highlights coming up of this excellent competition. I will be back with you for the first men's competition from Tbilisi in around 30 minutes' time.
No. Good leg. Loaders load the bar to 94.
sadar yalnız.
Good luck! Loaders load the bar to 94. competition for men's up to 59 kilos will begin in 30 minutes.